Hey guys, well the decals on the from the Novo kit, the ones we were able to get on, used some little bit of the Tamiya setting solution on them, then a little clear coat when they were done, and they seem to, if you can get them on, they work just fine. They're nice and thin. They seem to conform fairly well. One or two spots I should have probably popped a little air hole, but the problem is, of course, as we saw in our little experiment, at least on the older ones, is that you remember we put clear coat over these before we used them. The ones we didn't put any covering on. Disintegrated. But Saturn V's coming together, and it's really a lot easier than I expected to get it together. It's an easy kit to build. Got to do some cleanup, get some of the finery on it. But of course, painting it's going to be the fun part. And I imagine a lot of kids just left them white, but of course we can't do that because we're paraprofessionals, so we'll have to prime it and paint it and everything else. But anyway, the lunar module's still down here. I just glued this section up here. I'm not going to have that thing open up. I want to make it look better for display. I'll probably put the lunar module, do something else with it. The swordfish is coming together, and I'm considering possibly displaying with the wings folded, as someone had suggested. Since the wing came in sections, I need to look at some photographs, but you know, might be something different to do. Make a little room on the shelf, might be able to fit it on the shelf. Who knows, I might even take the time to go ahead and rig it. The kit had a lot of flash, which is kind of common in Novo kits, and it's had a few minor fit issues, but it hasn't been terrible. It's, you know, I'd pay money for one, maybe not a lot, but so far I haven't been terribly disappointed with it, you know. But then again, I heard the Novo kits, depending on when you get them, the quality really changed a lot. It's like what Andy Yanchis had said about Aurora. Their mold quality dropped when they started farming out the work, so a lot of it's when you get the kit. I had a wonderful long phone call today with the famous artist and illustrator Mike Machat, and I'm going to link his new channel down here. He just started it, and I keep promoting it because not only because he's a great guy and a fantastic artist, but because he's part of our community, and you couldn't ask for a nicer guy. I mean, just it's worth. Believe me, if you're watching this channel, you need to be watching that channel. And unlike me, he was actually been there, done that. He's got a lot of great history stuff. You know, the more I get around and started doing this more in depth, I've gotten to talk to people like Andy Yanchis and Mike Machat and deal with Tom Daniel and these others that were there and remember this stuff. I really feel blessed, and the fact that you guys are watching and encouraging and sending stuff in. I've got a ton of great photos. A lot of you sent in your old builds when you were a kid, and so this next section, we're going to have a section dedicated to that when I put out video 3 on viewer builds, and you know, we'll all have a beer and have a good chuckle at it because we were kids, and be nice in the comment section. All right, we're all gentlemen, or at least play them on the internet. Not a whole lot else going on. It looks like I got a thunder boomer rolling in, so it was a beautiful day till about 10 minutes ago. So I'll probably head on inside, make an early evening of it, let this swordfish harden. And yes, I say swordfish as a joke. I'm sure you all know that, but you must, because nobody made a comment about it. That's one of the things that's so great is if you make a boo-boo on the interweb lets you know in the comment section very quickly. And that's the beauty of crowdsourcing, because I make mistakes and you guys catch a lot of them. I got some great information on the last video I did, the Imai video, and apparently somebody out there was familiar with their kits and knew that had contracted with another American company that I didn't see. I missed it. It wasn't Intex. I forget which one it was, but it's in the comment section. If I go look it up, I'll type in the comments here. But it was so they, as is usually the case when you try to research these companies that are, especially the Japanese companies, are really hard to research because, with few exceptions, they don't put a lot of information online, and it gets really hard to, especially ones that aren't around anymore, to get much information on them. But thanks to people like Hank of Holland and old model kits in the box art den. There's snippets here and there, and you find what you can, and then you run through ScaleMates and try to see where their kits went. You sort of build a little bit of a information base that you can work with. In fact, at one of these points, maybe I'll go into just one of the videos. I'll just take you guys with me as I do the research on the video, and then you can sort of see how I put these things together. Sometimes you get lucky, like Tamiya. There's all kinds of information about them out there. The company even has their own history pretty well documented on their website. They're very proud of it. Aoshima had a pretty good history posted. The guys at Atlantis had an excellent history posted. Made my job a lot easier. In the case of Tamiya, it was hard to do because it just makes so much stuff. And they've been around so long, so they've made so much stuff. But hey, it's all good, right? It's all in fun. A quick little update. Doctor's appointment this morning went fine, and the physical therapy dentist appointment tomorrow. But right now, I'm guesstimating probably going back to work 3-4 weeks. I don't intend to stop doing this when I go back to work, but obviously the rate will probably slow down. It might be the end of the daily stuff, but oh my gosh, how will you get by? You'll survive without me. Anyway, I'm trying to rush through a few things while I've got the time to dedicate to it. And, you know, sitting here in my shed making videos, I want to say making videos with you guys because y'all are contributors. And making videos with you guys and building the models and doing all this together, it's been one of the best vacations I've ever had. I know it's disability and, you know, blah, blah, but it's been great. I'm enjoying it. I think I know what I'm going to do when I retire. I'll be a web star. And anywho, well, that's about all I got for right now. And when I finish up the Swordfish and the Saturn V, that poor Bruce 132nd scale Czech models Brewster Buffalo has been sitting over there so ignored for so long. I really need to get cracking on that, but I want to do the George first and do a report on that. But I anticipate that just looking at the George is going to go together without too much trouble, I'm pretty certain. And I do want to go to the hobby shop probably Thursday, and I'd like to pick up, what I was thinking about doing, I may have mentioned this, a car by MPC, a car by AMT, so I can compare the two companies, because I've never done an AMT, MPC automobile build side by side to really compare them. And then I would also like to pick up a tank, because I'm getting that armor itch, and I'm thinking the Monogram Mark IV Panzer, but I have to see what the prices are. I saw a Chaffee that really looked cool. Excuse me, a Walker Bulldog. Well, actually, I had a Chaffee also. Gosh, $50, man. I know, I'm being a cheapskate. So other than that, guys, you guys have a wonderful evening. This is Max of Max's Models signing off. Moped.
The way Glenn Miller played
songs that made the hit parade.
Guys like me, we had it made. Those were the days. Didn't need no welfare state.
Everybody pulled his weight.
G.R.O. LaSalle ran great. Those were the days.
And you knew where you were then.
Girls were girls and men were men. Mister, we could use a man like Herbert Hoover again.
People seem to be content.
$50 paid the rent. Freaks were in a circus tent. Those were the days.